discussing some very new features today, as well as taking a look at our product roadmap. So before we do that, we need to review Salesforce's Safe Harbor slide. If you're unfamiliar with this slide, all it asks is that as we're going to be discussing our product roadmap, that we base all purchasing decisions on Salesforce based only on current functionality.
Hi, my name is Rachel, and I'm an associate product manager here at Salesforce. I work on the feeds team on the Chatter platform, and today I have Chatty with me because we're all about collaboration here, and he'll be here to help me with my demo. So I'm here to talk to you about some key Winter 16 features for Chatter. So we have some new features, including the ability to edit and to create rich text posts in Salesforce Classic. And we've also added intelligence, like being able to have intelligent at mentions. We've also added a brand new Lightning experience for groups, profile, and the feed. And we've added some brand new email features that make email even better. In this demo, we'll have Eric Ware, the man of the hour, the man that wears so many hats. In this demo, he'll be the account manager for Northern Trail Outfitters and an admin. And here he'll collaborate with his team to work on a deal to sell tires to West Coast partners. And when he closes this deal, he'll hit his goals for this quarter. And so let's dive into the demo. So here we are at Northern Trails, and we see the classic Salesforce page for Chatter. And we're here, and Eric is looking through his Chatter feed, and he sees posts from his teammates. But what he really needs is some information from one of his colleagues. He needs information from Casey in order to close this deal. And so he's able to @mention Casey in this post, but we notice that he's able to type in rich text to emphasize his points, to kind of emphasize his goals. And so he's able to share this. But one other thing Eric notices right after he posts this is that he made a mistake. He typed some random letters in this post that are not supposed to be there. And so he's able to edit in rich text. He can go back in, he can delete that, he can highlight or underline some of these points. He can perhaps strike through one of these things that he does not need. And we have this enabled now in Salesforce Classic. And it's a great new feature. He can go in and post it. The other thing Eric is able to do new in Winter 16 is he's able to mute posts. And so here he sees a post from Erica Ware, and perhaps he finds Erica's posts a little bit irrelevant. He's able to go click and mute the post because he thinks this will get a lot of likes. I don't really want to know what people say about it. He's able to see where these muted posts are in this section under the feed. Now Eric wants to take advantage of what the new Lightning experience has to offer for his sales use case. And so with a flick of a switch, he's able to switch to Lightning experience. So he switches over like this. Some nice hot chocolate. And now we're here in the brand new Lightning experience. Now this is the Lightning home page we see here. And we have some new things Eric may not have seen before. We have some information about his quarterly performance. He sees that this quarter he's closed, he's made a lot of progress closing deals. He just needs to close a little bit more to reach his goal for the quarter. And West Coast Retail Partners is one of the top deals on his list. He also has an assistant here, but what he's really looking for is Chatter. What happened to Chatter on this home page? Well, he can navigate over very easily by going to the new home of Chatter, which is the feed. So here, he's back here on the feed, and he sees that post he just made with that rich text, with everything he edited across through. So let's take a quick look at the new feed in Lightning Experience. So the feed now has a 2-column layout. We have the feed on the left-hand side, and we have cards on the right-hand side. He scrolls through his feed. He sees all these really great posts from his colleagues. But he decides, I see a lot of video posts. I also want to add a post for a video and perhaps attach a file at the same time. In the past, that was not possible. Now it is in Winter 16. He has this great new YouTube video that he wants to share, but he notices in the video they're using our wheels. He's able to attach a great post with the wheels from the video. And we see here this new Lightning post publisher, where you see that he can attach a file and a video in the same post and share it. So we see that inside the feed. Now Eric scrolls down a little bit more, and he's able to see a recommendations button. And here in new in Winter 16, recommendations are items that you can inject in the feed, and also in communities as well. And that's been a brand new update for our product. So the next thing Eric does is he decides that this post he just made will be very relevant to one of the people he collaborates with the most, Helen Jones. Now, all he needs to do is type in @J, and first, magically, Helen Jones's name pops up first, even though someone else named Jacob alphabetically traditionally would have popped first. This is a new feature for Winter 16. This is our relevant @mention. So this recommendations formula will let the people you talk to the most pop up on top. And so he @mentions Helen and posts. Another great new feature for this release is notifications. And the same notifications that you see in your Salesforce 1, we now have also in the Lightning component. And you are able to see, @mentions in groups, @mentions other people have you, and in a very easy way that in the Salesforce Classic, you may have had to go to your inbox or your notifications boxes to look at. This is a much more intuitive interface. So now, Eric wants to click into, his colleague Casey's profile, because he's curious on what she's been doing, what she's been working on. And now we land on the brand new Lightning profile page, where we see a brand new profile banner that will soon be customizable in future releases. We see a 2-section layout, and we see a lot of great activity from Casey, or @mentions for Casey. But the best thing as an admin I'm able to do on this new profile page is I can edit the user detail right inside with a click of a button. So let's say as an admin, I see Casey's title is incorrect. She recently got promoted to senior sales representative. I can go in and make that change. So now Eric wants to collaborate with his colleagues on closing this deal. He needs to get the materials he needs. So he's looking to go back to his group. So now the new home of groups is here. So he can navigate to the click groups in the hamburger tab and navigate to the groups page. And here we see the brand new experience for groups. Very similar layout as profiles, but we have a brand new header image and color for groups. We have a different color for group types. So this is a private group, and so it's green, but other group types are different colors. We have a brand new announcements call out feature, and so Eric can go in, make an announcement, and he can set a date that it expires on, and members of his group can quickly go there and take a look. And we also have some great group details, so he can expand that and learn and see, is this the right group for me to collaborate with? In addition, he can see this brand new membership request card where someone wants to join the group. Perhaps this is not the right group with her. She can actually add an additional message to reject this person. And so he's in this group, he sees all these posts from his colleagues, but now he decides, I really want this group to know about how I'm doing with this deal. In this account, West Coast Retail Partners, it's a deal, he has several partners working on this with him. And so he can @mention his bike group, so Bike Force R&D. And he can also attach the document that he's collaborating on with this group. And so that's the wide wheels for first draft. We see that it's a OneDrive document. And with, Kush will tell you more about that along. But he wants to make sure, here is the latest. He wants to share this with partners that may not be in Northern Trail, but are external. And so he's able to click all with access and shared with everybody, internal, external, in this group. And members of this group, now that, if he clicks back to Bikeforce R&D, they're able to see West Coast retail partners associated as a record. And that's major. That's a brand new feature in Lightning, and that makes collaboration around the sales use case easy and seamless. Lastly, I wanted to show you one last feature, which is our brand new reports and dashboards for Chatter. And as admins, you may all have been asking for this feature because if you all do a lot of work in Chatter, you want to know what groups are available. And so we have these new reports that actually let you look at private, public, and listed groups. But even better is these reports are customizable, and they're actually preset dashboards, like this Chatter dashboard, which is available out of the box in Winter 16. You can see all your groups. You can see groups by type. You can see which groups are the most active. You can see who your top users are. And you can customize and segment all these different parts of the dashboard, which is amazing. So now, Eric has shared the file. He's made progress on his deal. We're going to add additional features for Lightning Experience, including brand new components and making that experience even better with infinite scrolling, a feed refresh button. We have a lot more to show you, but we're also building internal custom components that you can drag in eventually in Lightning to further customization. We've also added enhancements to the feed, so you'll be able to do multi-attachment coming up. You'll be able to do rich text in the Lightning Publisher, and you'll be able to do rich text in communities. We're also working on making the feed even more relevant, and we'll continue to work on relevant @mentions and tools to inject recommendations into the feed. Finally, we're making collaboration even better with some brand new features like broadcast groups, which is a type of group where admins and managers can only post and users can only comment. We're also doing a lot of customization in the group and profile pages, and you'll be able to customize the banner images. You'll be able to choose which cards show up in what order.
There is a question from Steve about more extensibility of the rich text, and that question is, in the future, will you be adding code snippets to rich text? Is that something
that's definitely something that we have planned in the pipeline, and so you'll be able to see that soon.
And Steve really loves the ability to mute posts, and in fact, he wants to mute entire groups, and he's already posted an idea on the Ideas Exchange, so if you're watching Twitter, you can click on his idea, because that's the way to go for any new features that you'd like to see. And also, Reba is asking, will the multiple link attachment chatter post feature be available in Classic UI?
We're working on that. We launched it mainly for the Lightning experience, but we're also working on making that available in Classic.
And I think in general, there might be some questions about which features are Classic only, Classic and Lightning, Lightning only. And there were some asterisks on your slide, and one person wanted to know, do the asterisks, does it mean that everything is available in Classic except for some that are in Classic only? Is that generally what you were saying there? Or?
Oh, so some of these features that I mentioned are available only in Classic, but we're working to make it also available in Lightning. For example, one example is rich text. Right now it only works in Classic, but we're hoping to have it in the spring release for Lightning Experience and also in communities as well. Right now there is a way to do that, but you have to use code to do rich text, but we want to make it available through the publisher, and that will be available soon. It's a top priority for our feeds teams.
And Carol's asking, can the chatter group default colors be changed?
So for Winter 16, those default colors are preset, but our roadmap down the line for spring is actually making that editable, so you can change the group banner photo. And so the colors will be customizable in the future, but for now, for winter, they're set to the colors that we have for default, which is green for private, and then we have a gray color, and then we have a blue color. A gray for unlisted, blue for public.